Now, here's an interesting thing. We're now getting taller. What do you mean, Darlene? Well, typically 5 stories is what we're used to for apartments. We now have a development downtown. They're called Three Sister Buildings, which are 15 floors. 15. Like that's like 3 times what we're normally used to seeing. And the other thing is they just had approval to change the landscape of our city for a 30 floor building by the river.
The other thing that's happened in Vancouver, it's really interesting in the city of Vancouver, is that they just announced as a city a unanimous vote to allow 8 units per lot in single family homes. So I'm very interested to see what happens with that. I'm not sure who has homes in Vancouver or who is looking in that type of investment market. That's typically a kind of an all cash market. When you get over the 3 million mark, people are buying homes in cash. But I think that's going to actually increase the amount of rent.
So I'm going to start with where the August inflation numbers came out. So the report came out yesterday, and the August inflation rose to 4%. That is now the second month in a row that's increased. So as of today, we're sitting at about a 16-year high in terms of the bond market. The bond market, the Canadian 5-year bond market, is what directly affects fixed rates, but also things like GICs and everything else. So that's something else that we want to watch, because that's going to affect what happens in the coming days to fix.
This one was a snapshot that kind of reiterated some of Greg's points around soaring construction costs will hamper Canada's home building ambitions. So as much as we are in a shortage of housing, we can't get approvals to build it. The materials cost way more, and you can't get skilled labor.
One of the things that we do a lot of co-ownership agreements, and we're seeing a lot of that right now. It's just people who maybe can't qualify for a mortgage on their own are, they're buying a house that maybe already has a suite in it and 2 families are living in there, or there's lots of situations like that, or even people are finally dealing with the family cottage and getting a co-ownership agreement for that.
My feeling is, to echo what everyone else is saying here, is just we're coming into a place where it's such a good time to be getting your ducks in a row, because the opportunities are going to be all over the place. I just don't think they're the same ones that we've had a year ago or 2 years ago. I think going back to the very beginning, I think it was Darlene, you were saying, like, this is just not the time to be flipping a house. It's not a good period for that.